Wall Street bells, Wall Street bells, let's get rich in the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Ryan Dins, and I'm feeling very festive today. So we're gonna make this a very positive, very happy, a very just grateful video to thank the year 2020 for what it's done for us. You might be looking at me and saying, wait, I thought this was a bad year. Well, if you think that, it's because you were not investing in the stock market. Because if you were, you made a load of money. Woo! Now we're gonna talk about what is gonna happen in 2021. Now the stock market obviously crashed with the COVID news. You know, COVID is not gonna go anywhere. But even though COVID happened, the government has stimulated the economy by giving relief checks. They're gonna give relief checks more. And the majority of that money from our stimulus checks are not going to people. They're actually stealing our money and giving it to corporations. And everyone's mad about this, but I'm not mad about it because I've understood that's what the government has done for years. There's too many people in this country that have this belief that the government is out to help us. No, the entire point of the government is to steal our money and give it to corporations. With that being said, I think that the government will be a little bit more corrupt in 2021 than it was in 2020. So I think that this will continue. The last stimulus checks, Trump vetoed them because they were trying to give all of the money to foreign countries and corporations. They were being sneaky about it. I don't want to get too political. I think that in the next year, 2021, it's going to be a lot harder for your average American, but a lot better for us stock market investors. The thing you have to understand is every time the government does something bad for the people, they're doing it to help corporations. You could either stand there with a sign in the middle of Times Square yelling, or you could just buy stocks because you notice what's going on. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to understand what is going on. They're deflating the dollar, so I'm going to be investing more into crypto, more into gold. I put a lot of money in crypto a couple years ago and it really paid off. This has been a great year. I've raised my net worth so tremendously this year. It's just been a glorious year. And I know you people who are watching this, it's been a glorious year for you too, because you have also bought during the dip. I'm assuming. If you haven't, here's what you should do. If you miss this dip, I think that the market is overextended right now. I think it's in a bubble. So what I would do if I miss buying the dip is I would look at the most non-risky stocks at the time. Possibly ETFs. If you don't want to do ETFs, I would say stocks like O, stocks like T, stocks like Apple, stocks like Microsoft. Those are the stocks of the future. Those aren't huge risks. What you don't want to be doing in this bubble, especially if you don't really understand what's going on with global economies, is you don't want to be buying these risky stocks. You want to stay away from stocks like Tesla. I always use them for an example. It's because they're a great stock, but they're just overextended. If you are a great trader, you can understand to buy that next dip and understand through technical analysis. You can make a lot of money off Tesla. But I guarantee you 90% of you who are watching this aren't great investors. My channel is not made for great investors wanting to be the greatest traders they can. If you follow what I tell you on this channel and you put away at least 25 grand a year, in 20 years there's pretty much no way you're not going to be a millionaire. It's almost logically impossible. It could even happen in 10 years if the Fed keeps printing money and keep giving our tax dollars to corporations. It could happen a lot quicker. The thing is, when I see what the government has been doing to Americans, I no longer get emotional about it. I now say, okay, look, if they're going to steal our money, let's get rich. Ride the wave. That's the way I look at it. We are in a bubble. The bubble is eventually going to pop, but I think once that happens, it'll only go down somewhere in the 20 to 40% range. And if that happens, I'm just going to buy more. I am in this for the long term. I hope this bubble bursts. I hope we get a crash. I didn't buy enough when this last crash happened. Financially, I wasn't in the best place a year ago since I just moved to Los Angeles. I just started my career that's been absolutely thriving last year. But a year ago, I was up Craps Creek without a paddle a year ago. I saw the opportunity last March. If I had $1 million, I would have put that in. And that $1 million would be worth like, I don't know, $1.5 million now. So, you know, you missed it, whatever. Continue buying. I'm going to continue to buy each week. It's that simple. You have to have a long-term strategy. Because if you're trying to play this market right now as a beginner, you are going to get so wrecked. I see my friends messaging me, they go, oh look, I made 80% last year. I'm like, yeah, you're going to lose 80% when this thing crashes. You don't understand that it doesn't continually just go up. Yes, some people are great traders. You could be a genius trader, but that's a full-time job. If you're not able to stare at your computer screen for 10 hours a day, you don't want to be a trader. If it's a side hustle and you don't have time to do that, don't be a trader, be an investor. I'm going to win regardless. I want you all to win regardless. I want you all to stop taking risks. Just understand what's going on and understand that the stock market will continue to go up because the Fed will continue to pump it. So that is all, folks. And remember to keep your Christmas tree bright and green at all times, because you never know when you're gonna need those veggies, baby. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and take a look at my awesome Christmas sweater. Have a wonderful Christmas, have a great holiday, and keep getting that money.